So can you guess what this is? It's got a 1/4-inch thread on the bottom. It's a little black box. Yep, it's a USB hub, but it's one that's made by Rode and it's specifically designed with creators in mind. So I wouldn't normally talk about this sort of thing, but when I saw that this was coming out, I was kind of interested and wanted to take a look. So let's do the little unboxing thing. And this thing from Rode is built like a tank. Metal finish, nice bit of weight to it, rubber feet, stick it on the desk. It hasn't been moving around even when I plug things into it. So on first impressions on that alone, I feel like this is something that I can really keep on my desk. But first I wanted to start with the main features, right, which is that connectivity. So Rode's gone with 6 USB-C ports on the front, all of which are super speed 10 gigabits per second, and then 1 USB-A port, 5 gigabits per second. And on the rear, there's actually a dual card reader. So it's full-size SD, micro SD, both of which is UHS 2 compatible. So the basic connectivity is pretty standard, nothing to complain about other than there is no HDMI, which I feel is a bit of an omission, or I'm a little bit surprised is perhaps better to say, because Rode obviously is trying to bolster itself as a beyond microphones and audio, is trying to get into the video game as well, whether it's Rodecaster video products and stuff like that. Perhaps the thing that's most interesting to me is Rode's decision to include this, the 1/4-inch tripod thread. Now, I've tried to think about when or why I might use this. I'm kind of stumped with coming up for options, really. Generally, if you're having cables and connecting things, much better to have it on the desk, right, rather than having them floating in midair. Perhaps I'm missing something. Please tell me I'm missing a really good use case here. Let me know in the comments if you have one. I thought maybe you could have it above a camera or below a camera while you're doing stuff, but that doesn't necessarily make sense because you want to go connect it to a computer. But I'm aware that everyone does their work differently, and perhaps you have a really good use for it. Now the Rode Hub is powered, which is kind of important. It's not an uncommon feature. Rode actually includes a 100-watt charger in the box, but there's also a 60-watt pass-through, so you can use it to charge a MacBook. Now I tried to see if this pass-through would actually power the Rodecaster Pro. Rode has confirmed to me that it only outputs 1.5 amps, I think, in a Rodecaster Duo that I have, and the Rodecaster 2 Pro 2 needs 3 amps, 9 volts. So yeah, it's not going to be able to power that, unfortunately. I feel like that would have been made it a little bit more magical and a little bit more roady. It's a little bit surprising as well, though, because the Rodecasters, the newer models, have been designed so that they can run off of power packs. But there's also an additional 40 watts available over the rest of the ports, which is distributed between everything that you're using. But it does mean you get pretty good charging for devices. Anything, if you want to charge your phone while you're working, it's going to be pretty good for that too. And you've got plenty of power for lots of other devices as well. So far, so good. It's a premium feeling USB hub with a dual card reader, power pass-through. There's a lot of things that creators want, but there's one small consideration, and that is the price. Now, Rode is asking for $129 for the Rode Hub. Now, bear in mind, you can go on Amazon and get a similar hub with similar connectivity from anything between like $15 all the way up to sort of about $60 on the higher end. So there's kind of a bigger price gap there. But there are a few things to bear in mind. Now, if you want this exact configuration with the 6 USB-C, 1 USB-A, dual card readers, that's a little bit harder to find. But I did notice that when you start specifically looking for this configuration, including the 100-watt charger, that's when the price is going to go up. Also, the build quality on this thing is fantastic. I can't believe I'm saying this about a USB hub. But it's one of the things I hate about them the most is these flimsy plastic things which just seem to sort of get in the way. So it definitely does feel like it belongs in a professional or more professional environment. I'm glad to see them making accessories for the sort of whole spectrum of creator tools. And either way, as always, if you're interested, go check it out and get out there and go create.